Hey everybody, Saturday afternoon. I was over in a neighboring town today, about 20 miles away, picking up some stuff I can't get here locally, and I always stop at the couple stores that carry beer because they usually have a few things that the local store doesn't have, and surprisingly enough, I got one that I have not tried before. This is from Schlafly Brewing out of St. Louis, Missouri. This is a coffee stout. They say it's seasonal from November to March, so I haven't seen it appear in the local stores at all, but they had one 6-pack of it left. A little bit, and I've been really impressed with Schlafly beers. Their pumpkin ale is probably the best pumpkin ale I've ever had. Of course, I haven't had some of the real famous ones, but boy, it's good. But anyway, it says our coffee stout is a classic combination of traditional stout and premium French roast coffee from St. Louis roaster Kaldi's Coffee. Roasted barley and coffee dominate the aroma, with the sweetness from the stout balancing the acidity of the coffee. We use a unique cold toddy extraction process to brew a less acidic coffee for the beer. In the 1990s, Kaldi's staff started visiting the Schlafly Tap Room, asking for a pint of stout and a shot of espresso. Both Schlafly and Kaldi realized this was a match made in beer heaven, and soon started working together to find the perfect coffee blend to mix with our Oatmeal Stout. This collaboration continues today with regular tastings to perfect the coffee stout. This comes in at 5.7% ABV, 30 IBUs, just a plain silver cap, not even a Schlafly's cap. So, like I said, I've never had this. Apparently it's an oatmeal stout with coffee, so let's see what we got here. I have high hopes because I've really been impressed with the Schlafly beers I've had so far. They just recently started coming to Iowa, even though they're from a neighboring state. What we got here, it's a dark brown beer. I can't see a lot through it. Maybe around the bottom, just a little hint of red, but not much. There's no light coming through it. About a finger of a fairly foamy mocha colored head. Actually, this looks like except for the foam, looks like it could be a cup of coffee. So let's give a nose on this and see what we have. All right, yeah, you get that rich roasted espresso coffee right up front. A little chocolate maybe, a little roasted malts. This is an almost punch you in the face coffee aroma. This is really, really, really good. I don't think it's quite as strong as a Bell's Java Stout, but it's right up there real close. It's almost like sticking your nose in a bag of freshly roasted coffee. There's maybe just a hint of burnt malt, a little vanilla. Just had some dark chocolate. Not getting a lot of the, maybe light oats on it. They said it to the base is their oatmeal stout, so I might be getting just a hint of light oats, but this is mostly coffee and chocolate and roasted malt. So let me give it a taste and see what we have. Whoa, that's really good. That's a good coffee. It's not. Well, they said they use that cold toddy extraction process to brew a less acidic beer. This is a nice, smooth, dark coffee flavor. There's some bitterness there. There's a little bitterness there, but not a ton of bitterness. This is just smooth and sweet. I don't know how much of that has been mellowed by the oatmeal stout too, but this is a tasty coffee stout, that's for sure. I am getting the chocolate, dark roasted malts. It's kind of bitter on the finish, but initially you pretty much got sweetness. There's a little vanilla, some earthy notes. Boy, this is good. Aftertaste has a little roasted character, a little nuttiness maybe, but wow, this is good. There may be even some a mild earthy pine hop flavor there on the finish too, but hang on, here comes the train. Let me get that go by. Let that go by. I'll sit and sip on this for a while. Be back after a while with the final thoughts and grade. Okay, I'm back. This is I've been sipping on this. It's probably been half an hour, maybe even 40 minutes or so. I've been sipping on this whole time. Just trying to decide what I really think of it. This is a darn good coffee stout. Is it up there in the top echelon? No, I don't think so. But if you're a person that likes coffee but doesn't like the bitterness that you get on a lot of the coffee stouts, I'm thinking particularly like the Bell's Java Stout and stuff. This is the one's for you. This is not. There's a slight bitterness on the finish, slight hoppiness too, but the coffee is not. It's not that bitter coffee. It's a good, strong, dark espresso coffee taste. It's a gorgeous taste. I'm not familiar with this coffee guy at all, but if this is any indication of his coffee, it's pretty darn good. So I guess I never mentioned the body. This is a fairly medium-bodied beer too. Not a ton of carbonation. It could probably use just a little more carbonation, I think, but it's still a very good beer. Definitely get that. I mean, this is all coffee, or 90% coffee anyway. The rest is a little bit of chocolate, a little caramel maybe, a little toffee, just a hint of vanilla. I am getting now that it's warmed up, I'm getting the oatiness a little more too. I think that might be part of the reason for the sweetness and the smoothness on this, that it's not quite so bitter. But I'm going to give this a good solid 8.5 out of 10. If you get a chance to try the Schlafly Coffee Stout out of St. Louis, Missouri, give it a try. I recommend it. It's not top of the tier coffee stouts, but it's a darn good one. Until next time, everybody, cheers. Keep drinking good beer.